Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today our subject is contemporary issues and trends in education. Today it is lecture number 8. Today the topic is literacy and its types. Outlines of lectures are definition of literacy, types of literacy, and explanation of each type of literacy. So we will focus on these points during the whole lecture. What is literacy? Literacy is traditionally understood as the ability to read and write. The term's meaning has been expanded to include the ability to use language, numbers, images, and other means to understand and use the dominant symbol systems of a culture. We can explain further it as a literacy is critical in helping us make sense of our world from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep. We are constantly making meaning of the world around us. So literacy has traditionally been thought of as reading and writing, although these are essential component of literacy. Today our understanding of literacy encompasses much more. Alberta Education defines literacy as the ability, confidence, and willingness to engage with language to acquire, construct, and communicate meaning in all aspects of daily living. So literacy is popularly understood as an ability to read, write, and use numeracy in at least one method of writing, an understanding reflected by mainstream dictionary and handbook definitions. Starting in 1980s, however, literacy researchers have maintained that defining literacy as an ability apart from any actual event of reading and writing ignores the complex way reading and writing always happens in a specific context and in tandem with the values associated with that context. The view that literacy always involves social and cultural elements and reflected in UNESCO stipulation that literacy is an ability to identify, understand, interpret, is an ability or create, communicate, and compute. So this is what. So modern attention to literacy as the context-dependent assemblage of social practices, or reflects the understanding that individuals' reading and writing practices develop and change over the lifespan as their cultural, political, and historical context change. Now there are different types of literacy, like digital literacy is there, media literacy, cultural literacy, financial literacy, scientific literacy, information literacy, and critical literacy. So we will discuss one by one in detail. So first of all, what is meant by media literacy? Media literacy is not restricted to one medium. The US-based National Association for Media Literacy Education defines it as the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. So we can also define as that media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media. So media literate youth and adults are better able to understand the complex messages we receive from television, radio, internet, newspapers, magazines, books, billboards, video games, music, and all other forms of media. So the importance of media literacy. Media literacy put simply is the ability to identify different ways of media and the messages they are sending. And if I ask that what are the 5 key concepts of media literacy, so there are 5 key concepts. Those ones are means all media messages are constructed. Media messages are constructed using a creative language with its own rules. So different people experience the same media message differently, and media have embedded values and point of view. Most media messages are organized to gain profit and or power. Okay, the question is that why do we need media literacy? The purpose of being information and media literacy is to engage in digital society. One needs to be able to understand, inquire, create, communicate, and think critically. So it is important to effectively access, organize, analyze, evaluate, and create messages in a variety of forms. So what is media literacy in our own words? So media literacy encompasses the practices that allow people to access, critically evaluate, and create or manipulate media. And if I ask question that how does media help in education? So the use of social media in education provides students with the ability to get more useful information, to connect with learning groups and other educational systems that make education convenient. So social networks tools afford students and institutions with multiple opportunities to improve learning methods. Now the other is cultural literacy. What is meant by cultural literacy? This is a term coined by E.D. Hirsch, referring to the ability to understand and participate fluently in a given culture. Cultural literacy is an analogy to literacy proper, means the ability to read and write letters. So why it is important? It is important because it is important to both individuals and to the society they live in. Cultural literacy also helps us to develop associated skills such as communication and self-reflections. And how do you develop cultural literacy? So I would say that there are 7 things that you can do to promote cultural literacy and awareness in your business, like get training for global citizenship, bridge the culture gap with the good communication skills, practice good manners, celebrate traditional holidays, festivals and food, observe and listen to the foreign customers and colleagues. So cultural literacy is an analogy to literacy proper, the ability to read and write letters. The culturally literate person is able to talk and understand others of that culture with fluency, while the culturally illiterate person fails to understand culturally conditioned allusions, references to past events, idiomatic expressions, jokes, names, places, etc. The next one is financial literacy. So financial literacy is the ability to understand and properly apply financial management skills. Effective financial planning, properly managing debits, accurately calculating interest, and understanding the time value of money are characteristics of being financial literate. So this is the ability to understand how money works in the world, how someone manages to earn or make it, how that person manages it, how he or she invests it, turn it into more, and how that person's donate it to help others. So why it is important? It is important because it equips us with the knowledge and skills we need to manage money effectively. Without it, our financial decisions and the actions we take or don't take lack a solid foundation for success. So there are some components of financial literacy. Means there are some financial components like proper budgeting techniques, the importance of saving from an early age and the various saving vehicles available, and the debit and how to use it properly. So, who needs financial literacy? The need for financial literacy is evidenced by the poor financial situations of individuals, drowning in debt without a budget plan, and making misguided decisions about their money. Most of these poor financial behaviors stem from financial illiteracy. This is basic lack of understanding of financial competencies. Now the next type is scientific literacy. What does it mean? Scientific literacy is the knowledge and understanding of scientific concepts and the processes required for personal decisions making, participation in civic and cultural affairs, and economic productivity. It also includes specific type of abilities. Scientific literacy is the knowledge and understanding of scientific concepts and processes required for personal decisions making, participations in civic and cultural affairs, and economic productivity. It also includes specific type of abilities. So this is what we have discussed, that if we ask that why it is important, this type of literacy is important because it provides a context for addressing a societal problems, and because of a science literate populace can better cope with many of its problems and make intelligent and informed decisions that will affect the quality of their lives and those of their children. So what should be a characteristics of scientific literate person? If I say that a scientific literate person defines as one who has the capacity. What type of capacity? Means to understand, experiment and reasons as well, interpret scientific facts and their meanings, also find or determine answers to questions derived from curiosity about everyday experiences, and describe, explain and predict natural phenomena. If I ask that what are examples of scientific literacy? So scientific literacy is the knowledge of key science concepts and the understanding of science processes. For example, on the subject of climate change, someone who is scientifically literate is knowledgeable on basic earth science and natural history facts. Type is information literacy. The United States National Forum on Information Literacy defines that the ability to know when there is a need for information, to be able to identify, locate, evaluate and effectively use that information for the issue or problem at hand. So we can also explain that this is a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate and use effectively the needed information. According to the American Library Association, this is a set of this is basically definition of according to American Library Association. So what is information literacy and why it is important? This is very common questions that when we use sometime such type of literacy, so we say that what is its importance. This type of literacy basically helps students recognize misleading, out of date and false information. It also helps them sort through the data and interpret it intelligently. So libraries full of books are still available and a valuable source for students, but information literacy includes the internet and beyond. So definitely there are some components of this information literacy. The term information literacy describes a set of abilities and enables individuals to acquire, evaluate and so you can think of information literacy as Having 5 components means identify, find, evaluate, apply, and knowledge sources of information. Now, what is meant by critical literacy? Critical literacy refers to the process of becoming aware of one's own experience relative to power relations, often realized through reading and writing. Critically, literacy takes place in various learning environments and cultural context. This is an instructional approach stemming from Marxist critical pedagogy that advocates the adoption of critical perspectives toward text. Critical literacy encourages readers to actively analyze text and offer strategies for what proponents describes as uncovering underlying messages. So why it is important? It helps us to read text in deeper, more meaningful ways by encouraging readers of all ages to become more actively engaged and use their power to construct understanding and not be used by the text to fulfill the intentions of authors. If we ask that what are the main ideas of critical literacy? So, critical literacy is the ability to actively read text in a manner that promotes a deeper understanding of socially constructed concepts such as power, inequality, and injustice in human relationships. Okay, if we say that what is critical literacy in the classrooms? It encourages readers to actively analyze text and offer strategies for what proponents describe as uncovering underlying messages. So there are several different theoretical perspectives on critical literacy that have produced different pedagogical approaches to teaching and learning. What is meant by digital literacy? The American Library Association defines digital literacy as the ability to use information and communication technologies to find, evaluate, create, and communicate information requiring both cognitive and technical skills. And what are the examples of digital literacy? Understanding how to use web browsers, search engines, email, text, Wikipedia, blogs, Photoshops, PowerPoints, video creations, editing software, etc. to showcase learning. So evaluating online resources for accuracy, trustworthiness of information. So these are what the examples of digital literacy. So we can also define that digital literacy is the knowledge, skills, and behaviors used in the broad range of digital devices such as smartphones, tablets, laptops, and desktops, PCs, so all of which are seen as networks rather than computing devices. Okay, here the question is, what is illiteracy? Illiteracy can refer not only to the inability to read but also to a lack of knowledge in other subject areas. If you have never heard of Shakespeare, some people might consider you culturally illiterate. What does it mean to be illiterate? Illiterate means unable to read and write. One who is unable to read and write, he is called illiterate person. So, an illiterate group having or demonstrating very little or no education, showing lack of culture, especially in language and culture, language and literature. So, what are the causes of illiteracy? So, there are different causes like parents with little schooling, lack of books at homes, and lack of stimulation as to importance of reading, doing badly at or dropping out of schools. Many have not completed high school. Difficult living conditions including poverty and learning disabilities such as dyslexia, dysarthrographia, etc. So, what is the root word of illiterate? Illiterate basically, this is the word early of 15th century, means uneducated, unable to read and write, from Latin illiteratus, unlearned, unlettered, ignorant, without culture, inelegant, from assimilated, from, of, in, not, opposite of, and so on. So this is what belongs to illiterate. So this was all about the lecture of today. Thank you very much for being with me. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.